Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. See, I said it 2 times, and we all said it a different amount of times.
Yeah.
I want to give you a little peek behind the scenes.
Variety.
About how my brain works, yeah.
Variety is the spice. My name is Emily.
My name is Mike.
My name is David.
And we are the Hypotheticast.
Hypotheticast.
Hypotheticast. And I think it's important, like we've been doing this for a long time. We're podcast experts. And I think one of the things that's important is to make sure that when you say something, that it's a different amount of times that someone else, it's the same thing that someone else said, but just a different amount of times. That's really the key. Like if you can do that, one sweet trick to just unlock podcasting and just boost your fame and your brand is to just say the same thing someone else said, but more times or less
Click
times.
here for 5 sweet tips about how to unlock podcasting.
Have you ever seen a dead body?
Yeah. No. Well, no, totally. Yeah, of course I
At
have.
a wake?
I was like, wait, yeah,
Okay.
like that's a big question.
It doesn't count if it's a wake or a funeral.
Not a fresh one.
No. I mean, yes. Is a funeral body fresh?
No, it's formaldehyde and shit on there.
Have you ever? This is maybe a better question. Have you ever thought you maybe saw a dead body? Like I remember, there's been a lot of times driving down like a country road and there's like a plastic bag at the side of a road and I'm like, could be.
I see. Okay.
I don't know.
Much less of a dark question than I thought you were asking, which is, have you ever seen someone passed out and thought maybe they were dead?
Not what I meant, but...
Oh, yeah, fun. Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, I don't mean experiencing medical crisis.
Yeah. No, definitely. Oh, all the time. Everything looks like a dead body
It's
today.
true.
Emily's,
and then it's a pile of leaves or some compost
or like you're
a chair.
dumping out the garbage at a bookstore late at night in the back of the building and you're like, is that a body?
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Well, just in case you all don't know, if you're listening, David and Emily and I all used to work at the same bookstore, and we had this little hut built for our dumpsters, and we had to go back into it at night to dump the trash in there. And there legitimately were people that would go back there and go through our trash. Apparently our bargain basement books weren't good enough. They had to get them for free out of our slimy dumpster.
Oh, so gross. One time someone killed a squirrel accidentally.
I think it was not conclusive that the squirrel died. I think it may have just been hit.
That's fair.
Have you ever seen a dead squirrel?
One time I sprained my ankle in that hut.
Oh, I was there. I was there for all of that.
You sprained it. You grabbed it and you twisted and you were
I was like, I hate this hut so
hospital.
much. Yeah.
I hate this hut. Mike was defending the hut. He was like, hey, this is a pretty cool place to be.
Yeah, it was an old Pizza Hut, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It was still working. I don't know why we kept our dumpster in an actual Pizza Hut.
Speaking of dark things, I don't know if that's why you asked us that question, Mike.
Whatever do you mean?
We're going to play a game that also deals with dark topics because it's Dark Stories. A game that we play sometimes that requires me to do no prep work. It is an app and actual cards, and basically it's just logic puzzles, and Mike has already done most of them, so that's also a fun little variable that we've introduced.
Yeah, we've introduced.
The real challenge is, can we find one that Mike
Over the course of a misspent youth, I have read most of these. I wouldn't say there's so much logic puzzles as bizarre premises that you have to ask lots of questions to deduce.
Yeah, they're a bit like riddles.
I think they're riddles, just riddles with a participatory element of questions.
Yeah, and
rather than just
some of them
figuring
are
them
really
out.
clever and some of them are super dumb, and we love it.
I would say that it definitely is not quite the 50-50 split. The way you phrased it just made it seem.
Yeah, some are really cool.
But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Should I go first?
Yeah.
This dark story is called Deadly Enthusiasm.
Oh my God.
I have that.
A publisher enthusiastically reads a new manuscript by a little-known author. Some days later, 2 people die.
Unrelated. That's the answer. People die every dang day. Dark stories.
Does the publisher throw the manuscript out their window and it hits someone on the head 2 days later?
Because it floated down for so long.
Yeah.
And then
they got a
force.
paper cut from the paper.
Paper cut from the floating paper. That's probably it, right?
Is that it?
No.
Is it close though? Say how close it was
it's
to the
pretty
right
close.
answer.
On a scale of 1
not.
to 10.
Not close.
On a scale of
Okay.
1 to 10, it is not close.
Not. Okay. A publisher enthusiastically reads a manuscript by a little-known author.
By a little-known author.
And then, is that the only thing? And then 2 days later, people die?
Some days later, 2 people die.
Some days later, 2 people die.
Are you taking notes, David?
I always like writing these down because my brain doesn't retain
He has a
words
little
super well.
detective's notepad.
Yeah.
David, are you tattooing this on your arm right now? Is that what you're
Yeah,
doing?
what?
That's fine.
I got to catch John G.
Some days later, I killed John G.
The detail about little known, does it matter that the author is little known?
Oh, that is a good question. I would say yes, but not
Tentatively?
necessarily. Like I can rationalize why, yes, but if that detail wasn't there, it wouldn't change everything.
Cool. Okay, that's a helpful answer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is the author one of the people that dies?
Yes.
Is the publisher one of the people that dies?
No.
Does the publisher decide to publish the book?
No.
Like you know that that's true for sure?
Yes.
Does the author take their own life?
No.
Okay.
Does the publisher take the author's life?
Yes.
What?
Does the publisher intentionally take the author's life? Is it a murder?
Yes.
Yeah. Is the other person that dies someone that is related to the author?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I've got a theory. I haven't done this one, I don't think, but I can't say.
Okay.
The publisher loved the book so much, they wanted to take it as their own, and so they kill the author to steal it, and the publisher also has to kill their, I'm going to say secretary, because their secretary saw it come in the mail or something.
Yeah. No.
How close? 1 to 10?
You're on the right track.
Okay. Okay.
So definitely publisher reads the manuscript and is like, this rules. I'm going to publish it myself. And then says, hey, I'm going to go do that. But he says that out loud to his husband. And his husband is like, you can't. And he's like, I'm gonna stab, and then goes and does it. And that's the 2 people. Is that he stabs his husband for naysaying his good plan.
No.
And also stab
All right. I think we need to do more yes or no questions before we guess the premise.
we have we're onto something though.
Is the method by which the publisher killed the author, like, is that important? Something we should try to guess?
No.
It doesn't matter how he killed him. Okay.
Was the publisher did the other person that died, not the little known author, I'm trying to think of how to ask this. Were they aware that the publisher wanted to kill them?
No.
Did the 2 people that got killed die at the same time?
No.
Did they die like at very separate times?
Well, it says some days later, 2 people died. So
Do they die on the same day?
it doesn't matter. / I don't know.
But the other person's not related to the author.
Correct.
Was the other person who died close in vicinity to the author?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. And the method of death is not important. Did the publisher, were they trying to steal the author's book in some way?
No.
That wasn't it.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I was definitely assuming that. Did the other person that died know the publisher?
Yes.
It wasn't just some random person that broke in while the publisher was killing the author.
No.
Did the publisher stand to gain monetarily by killing these people?
I don't know. Possibly.
Was the crime motivated by, let's see, was it motivated out of revenge?
I don't know. No.
Would you call this a murder?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was vigilante justice. I think the publisher read a book and it was like, I'm a really bad criminal guy and I've done a lot of nasty criminal crimes. And the publisher was like, I'm going to go get him. And also this other person mentioned in the book, I think the publisher becomes Batman. That's the origin story.
Was everyone involved a human being?
Yes.
Okay. They're all
The old
goldfish.
rabbit publisher.
What are some other elements that you could ask more questions about?
What is the setting where they died important?
No.
Okay. The reason that they die, is that important?
No. I mean, 50%. So I just mean like elements of the premise that I gave you specifically.
Is the little known author someone that we would have heard of?
No.
And I was just going to
Okay.
ask that. Are these historical figures?
No.
Of some kind. Okay. I was like, maybe it was like Jesus or
So
something.
the publisher reads a manuscript and gets excited.
Yeah, he loves it.
And then,
Enthusiastically reads it.
okay. Why would they enthusiastically read it?
That's a good question.
Is the manuscript like related to the publisher in some way that we haven't figured out?
No.
It doesn't have their secrets in it or anything?
No.
Is there something about the publisher in the manuscript?
No.
Okay.
Wow. But they don't want to steal it. They hate it. Just to confirm, does the word enthusiastically here mean that the publisher liked the manuscript?
In a way, yes.
What?
What else would you use a manuscript for, David? If you're not going to did the publisher read the manuscript enthusiastically because they wanted to publish it?
No.
Okay.
The book was called Where to Kill Me and When. And the publisher was like, finally. Emily's face just got like that was close to occurring.
Is the manuscript a book of fiction?
Yes.
Is it a murder mystery?
Yes.
Oh, what? Wait a minute. Does this mean the publisher read the manuscript and in the book a couple days later some characters died?
No.
Good.
But it's a murder mystery.
That seems very important.
Or are they inspired to kill based on the manuscript?
Kind of.
What?
Just
Okay. Uh-huh.
I mean, yes.
are they like a sleeper agent who was triggered by these code phrases buried in the manuscript?
No.
Yeah, that's so
No.
enthusiastic.
You can give us some hints, I think.
Let's just say that the publisher was already inspired to kill before they read the manuscript.
I see. So this is like a real how-to manual for a Jack the Ripper type.
Yes.
Wow. Was it actually called How to Kill Me and Where?
No.
Dang.
Do you want me to just read the answer? I mean, I feel like you guys are pretty close, but it hasn't totally clicked in.
The publisher was already a serial killer and was looking for some cool tips and found them and then killed the author and someone else.
Okay.
I don't know who the other person is.
So the novel, is it okay if I just tell you?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
novel
think so.
told the story of the perfect murder,
Uh-huh.
and the publisher decided to follow the plot to kill her boss.
Nice.
Which it doesn't really matter that it's her boss, but just like the publisher decided to follow the plot to kill a person that she already wanted to kill. And then afterwards, she had to kill the author and
Well, her
destroy
boss
the
is probably Bill
manuscript.
Gates or Jeff Bezos.
Probably.
So it makes sense. Just saying it
Nice.
makes sense.
I feel like that we were pretty close. We didn't quite say it in that order.
Yeah, no.
but that makes
You got
sense.
Yeah, we got there.
All right. What do you think, David?
Sure, I have one to try. Mike, tell me if this sounds familiar. Dark story, thunder, thunder, thunder. The Paper.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I know.
Sometimes they have different names that I
Yeah.
am familiar with, but I think we'll
I'm
just
going
go
to
with
read
it.
this to you, and I want you to know what it is. A woman walks through the jungle, sees a rock, and notices that there is a blank sheet of paper on it. She lies down and cries.
That's
pretty
okay.
dark, huh? That's
a
fucked
good
up.
story.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Read that one more time.
The paper. A woman walks through the jungle, sees a rock, and notices that there is a blank sheet of paper on it. She lies down and cries.
Okay.
What happened?
She's in a jungle.
Yep.
Not many people want to be in a jungle, right?
Yeah.
Am I just talking
there are a
about
lot of people
myself
that
right
live
now?
in jungles.
I mean, okay. But I'm just thinking like a jungle is like an exotic location. I feel like she doesn't want to be there. She's trapped. She's lost. Something like that.
Not a lot of people want to be in jungles, Emily.
Am I showing my
2021.
jungle bias?
So did the lady go, was she in the jungle? Like, was she lost in the jungle?
Yes.
Okay. At any point while she was in the jungle, was she with other people?
Unclear and unimportant.
Okay.
Did the paper used to have something on it?
No.
Just a blank sheet of paper, had nothing on it. Did she put the paper there?
She did.
Okay. Was she trying to mark her path in the jungle and then she realized she'd been walking in circles?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. It's a pretty simple one.
Oh, wow.
It was her sheet of paper. She had left it behind as she wandered through the jungle. When she saw it, she realized that she was lost and would probably never find her way out of there. Ta-da! Pretty one-to-one, straightforward.
I don't
that a
think
green-
I've done that one, but
Was that a green colored one?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was green color.
all right.
But it had what's wild is the icon for it, because they all have little icons, which we all love, is a roll of toilet paper. And I was like, I can't not know what this one's about.
Well, I got a silly one.
Give us a gift.
silly one.
Yeah, now do a funny one.
I don't know if it's that kind of silly.
Funny.
This one is called Deadly Silence. The audience is listening intently to the music. Suddenly there is silence, and at that very moment, someone dies.
Abraham Lincoln.
You got it. Move on to the next one. Abraham Lincoln is the answer.
Abraham Lincoln.
Just not his death, whatever. It was him. He did it. He did this dark story.
Okay. Was it live music?
It was live music.
Was it in a building?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say exactly.
Is it important what kind of building or non-building it is? It like, is the environment important?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Was it one musician or many musicians?
One.
The musician playing that. Oh, it was David. He played the secret chord, and the secret chord was an activation phrase for it's Winter Soldier and Snipe, Snipe, Snipe.
Yeah, that's the true
Snipe,
meaning of
snipe,
hallelujah.
It's true. That's
did-
why everybody covers it, because they're like, maybe I'll trigger the Winter Soldier.
Did the musician die? Like, did they like start to have a heart attack,
Oh, shit,
stop
that would
playing
be so
music,
easy.
and then die
I love
from the
that.
heart attack?
The musician did not die.
Dang. That would be great. Like, this is just a person stopping playing music because they're dying and then they die. Like, that's wee.
Okay, does the musician see like a murderer come up behind the people?
No.
Here's the question. Was the music stopping related to the murder?
Yes. Oh, no.
Oh,
Rephrase your question.
Did the person die because the music stopped?
Yes.
yes. They died because the music stopped?
The music stopping was the cause of death.
So
The
it
music
was not a
stopping
murder.
was-
Sorry, not the cause of death. It was. it
Yeah,
resulted
that's
in
why
the
I
death.
was so shocked when you said that. It's like, is it like the movie Speed, where like it's a guy that has to play banjo really fast,
Hey,
or everyone
Mike, you have
dies?
to rephrase what you mean then.
Okay, David asked a question. I can't remember what he asked.
He
but
said-
I'm going to ask it again. I'm just going to erase all of
Clear the
this.
slate.
I want to know. Here's my question. Did the music stopping have a direct effect on the person's death that died?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it was not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence. Not.
Cool. Not for dramatic
But it
effect.
didn't cause the death.
No. Well, no.
Not directly, at least.
Was the musician involved in the death?
Yeah.
Could have been like, hey, when I stop playing, snipe, snipe, snipe. Could be that.
What was the person who died just a random audience member?
No.
Ooh. Did the person who died know the musician?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Was the person who died on the stage?
No.
Was the person who died sick?
No.
How healthy was the...
BMI?
Here's the question. Yeah, BMI. Yeah, let's use that.
Great marker of health.
Give me the BMI. Let's guess the specific BMI of the victim. Go back and forth. Really quote some numbers. Here's what I want to know, which we touched on before and we never actually answered. Was this a murder?
No.
Was this an accident?
Yeah.
Did a person cause the death?
No.
Does the instrument the musician was playing matter?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go on picturing banjo then. Thank you. Was something, yeah, because the environment is important. I mean, he said that. So like I've been picturing like an opera theater because Phantom of the Opera vibes of like music stops, someone dies. And I think maybe that is not necessarily perfect. Was something involved in the production responsible for the person's death?
Unclear.
Okay.
Rephrase the question.
Was it something the person wasn't on stage, like, and I don't know if was it in a theater?
No.
Was it in a concert venue?
No.
Was it outdoors?
It's not exactly clear. I'm going to say kind of.
Was there anything else being performed, or was it just the music?
Ask that as a yes or no question.
Was there anything else being performed at the time?
Yes.
Dance?
No.
What else could be performed? Spoken word?
No.
Surgery?
No.
Aw, that's it. Those are all of them. This musician, however, was playing alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But something else
Can you read the whole thing again?
The audience is listening intently to the music. Suddenly there is silence, and at that very moment, someone dies.
Why would this be?
I think you need to figure out where this is. The venue is very important. The other activity happening is very important.
Is the geographic location important?
No.
I don't understand, because you said it could be outside.
Yeah, it could.
So what's the location?
It could.
How is the location important if it could be indoors or outdoors?
Well, I said venue, like what's happening. It's a thing.
Okay, is it a
What do you
funeral?
think is happening? No.
Is it a wedding?
No.
Is it in a hospital?
No.
An outdoor hospital?
Is it a carnival?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Is it a magic show?
No.
Damn it. I really wanted it to be a magic show.
Is it at a state fair?
I don't.
What's kind of like a carnival?
I don't, yeah.
What's like, but not actually a carnival? That's what we need.
I
to
mean, he
figure
said,
out.
yeah, it's a carnival.
Okay, it's a carnival. Sure, it's a
I
carnival.
mean,
I love it.
Describe what you think a carnival is to me.
Like rides and games and like a circus tent.
Okay, so there's a lot of elements to what you just described.
Yeah, a carnival.
But
There's a lot going on.
You might want to figure out like what part of the carnival might happen
Was it in
in.
a circus?
Yes.
Oh,
A circus.
Okay.
Yes.
Were there animals?
No.
So, this is a tough one. Was the trapeze involved? They're always involved
No.
in things like this.
So there was one musician, but they were not the only performer.
No.
Was that a snake charmer?
No.
Dang.
There were no animals involved. So what was the other person doing?
No
It
lions.
wasn't spoken word. They weren't dancing.
Anything at a circus. I mean, anything.
Gymnastics? They're not a magician.
Driving a motorcycle.
No.
You can do
Were
anything.
they a clown?
No.
And this is just called deadly
Yeah.
silence.
You
There's
were
no hint
close
in
with
there.
trapeze.
Okay.
Trapeze?
What's like trapeze?
Gymnastics?
No.
Sword swallowing.
No.
Is that that's not
Fire
really like-
throwing?
No.
Juggling?
No.
Oh, juggling was a good guess.
What is
That's a
like
little-
the trapeze? Besides the trapeze?
Yeah, that's is it
Good
like
question.
weightlifting?
No,
Like
no.
hanging from things?
Contortionist?
No. No.
I hate this.
Think about where do you go when you're on the trapeze?
We go
In the
you go up
air?
high.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you
In
go
the
up
air.
high. It
Okay.
was the up high people.
Sure, yeah.
Are you saying okay, yeah, to in the air or up high?
both? Both. Up high in the air, yes.
Up high in
Was
the
it
air.
a cannon
where someone
man?
is.
I know it's a cannon man.
That's pretty trapeze adjacent.
That's good,
Yeah,
but no.
are you sure? Check
Oh, wait.
again. Are you
Oh,
sure
yeah,
it
it
wasn't
was
the
the cannon man.
I think
And
it
the
was the
cannon just
cannon.
Mike,
blew
is this
up.
just a plot that Mike wants us to talk about and just like name people
It's
who work
my
at circuses?
Yeah.
It's my novel. No,
Like,
no.
is a person diving into something?
No.
Up in the air. Is it a
Yep.
plane?
No.
Was it George Clooney?
Is it a bird?
No, it's Superman though. It's Superman.
It is Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Superman.
Yeah.
He's trapeze adjacent. It's Robin from Batman. and his parents
Tightrope?
die.
Yes.
That's trapeze.
No, it's not.
It's not.
How
but
is the tightrope a trapeze?
It's like that's the whole team.
No.
That whole team
Okay,
is
you
like
didn't
the whole.
say other things people might do if they also do trapeze.
Okay, I guess
Okay,
fair.
so they're walking a tightrope. They fall off of it. The musician stops playing, and then they die.
Almost, but not in that order.
The musician stops playing because he has something in his eye, and then the trapeze artist gets the tightrope guy gets thrown off, and they lose their balance, and then they fall and die.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So the musician was part of an act with the tightrope walker. The musician normally played until the blindfolded tightrope walker had safely reached the platform. But this time, something in the audience distracted the musician, and he stopped playing a moment too soon.
Okay, dude, that is not a job where you can get distracted.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I feel like the tightrope walker would know if they were standing on the platform or not, too. But
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But they trust that there's an unbreakable bond between musician and
Also,
tightrope
I just want to
walker.
say, I don't think I have thought about tightrope walkers in about 18 years.
well,
so
it's time we start, I think.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I give it a 5 out of 10.
I think people have died in weirder ways.
This last segment is called No Questions Asked, which means I'm going to say a thing and you guys can't say a darn thing about it.
Wow.
You can't even
Okay,
answer it this time.
What?
Because this is another dark story. I want you to sit with this dark story, let it seep into your pores. Think about
Can
it.
I give a one word?
Live with it. Yeah, sure. You guys
So
can give
tiny
one word
one?
answers. And then at the beginning of the next episode, we will give the actual real answer. Listeners, you know what you can do? You can solve
What?
it and send us what you think the answer is. And if you're
Look up the
right,
answer.
we will give you a very pretty picture of all of us smiling at you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we will.
All right, here we go. The flood. There is a flood in a building. Although most of the people who are there are sad, several of them are really happy.
Mermaids.
Gremlins.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Go have a dark day.
Have a dark day. Have a dark
Go have
day.
a dark day.
I'm marching, cause I'm gonna
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts. All right, I hope your day is ominous and filled with murder.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
Oof.